Lighting check. Testing 1, 2. Testing 1. Is this thing on? Can you hear me? Is this thing on? All right. Here's okay. What am I doing? All right. So I'm gonna check out the lighting on this. See if I can get something that looks like what would make a good video. We're not got no lights. So let's put some lights on and see if we can do that. And I'll turn this around so that this will be turned around so that you can see properly what's going to be looking like the way that it should look. So okay, yeah, let's do that. All right, this is another test. Test 1, check 2. What do you think? Yeah, I lean up like this. Am I talking like this? Am I having a cup of coffee? This doesn't have anything in it. I'm pretending like I'm drinking. You buy that? Oh, that's good. You buy that? Is that good? No? Okay. I just had to come outside here for a minute. I heard this huge, loud sound outside of the house. And I go outside and there's a freaking osprey in Hollywood, flying over the house. So, crazy, right? So, I don't know, are we in a new osprey flight pattern here in Hollywood? Is this a new thing? Or, gotta do some training sessions for city osprey infiltration stuff? I don't know. I just thought it was weird. So anyway, osprey over the house in Hollywood. Crazy. Was I lying? Was I lying? No, I was not. See? So when I come out, just some random stuff that I'm going to say, onto the phone or whatever particular camera that I have, and I say, hey man, this just happened. I'm not lying, because it probably did. That's all I'm saying. Dun, dun, dun. When you overthink things sometimes, and you're like, I gotta do this perfect. I have this whole list of things. I have this list of videos that I'm gonna make, and I have stories I'm gonna tell you, and all this stuff about who am I, and all that, and films and stuff, and set stuff, and all that kind of stuff. And then I was getting in my head, and I'm like, you know what? I don't know what's the perfect video? What's the perfect thing to start on? So what's the thing that says, hey, this is Kyle. This is who I am. All that good stuff. And so I decided I'm not going to do that. So yeah. So this is it. This is what's happening right now. I don't have a script. I got nothing. I have no plans. Nothing at all. So we're gonna start. I was in Griffith Park the other day, and I got some footage of some ravens that were just in the park. So let's watch ravens for a minute. Okay, how cool was that? I love these birds, they're awesome. Anyway, so yeah, so that was Griffith Park. It's beautiful. You know, I'll show you more of it at some other point. There's a zoo there. There's a haunted zoo which I will go to. So part of this whole like thing is we're going to be doing some going around LA and whatnot and doing some videos and different stuff, discoveries. Here's what Los Angeles is like, and that kind of thing. In addition to all of the film stuff that I have planned, you know, which this video is obviously not about. But I'm glad you like the Ravens because Ravens are cool. And yeah, so I was like getting two in my head. I'm like, I got to make this whole thing like perfect. So this is obviously not perfect, and that's kind of what we're going for here, so that you can see that, like, if you could see what is holding the camera. So this camera right now that you're looking at, no, I'm looking at the camera, you're looking at me, but what is holding up the camera, I wish I had another camera that I could take a picture of it. Okay, there's a step stool, which is like a step thing that you, like, for you have in your kitchen, you fold in. It's got like 2 steps on it, step ladder, but there's only 2 of them high for kitchen, getting things on cabinets and whatnot. Okay, so that, and then there is a 5-gallon bucket sitting on top of that, upside down. And then I have one of those furniture clamps, one of the, like, it's like a bar clamp. So you squeeze it like this and it ratchets in and it makes the things go like this and it squeezes, you know, whatever you want to squeeze, like, mostly for carpentry. That's what it's for, is for carpentry. So, but I have it holding the camera, and the camera is sitting on top of a plastic box of thumbtacks on top of the white 5-gallon bucket. So that's as sophisticated as we are at this point. We'll get stuff as we go. But the thing is, and that's kind of the point with filmmaking, is you never really know, and it doesn't really matter what you have behind the scenes, like what's getting this stuff done, as long as you get stuff done. If you have something that shoots something, it's gonna see it, regardless of like what's behind the camera. You know, you could have like people riding bicycles to make the electricity, and you're never gonna know the difference anyway. So so just put good stuff in front of the camera for the filmmakers that are watching right now. Anyway, this is the first video that is completely unscripted, and I hope it's funny. I hope you like it. So yeah, so I figured, part of it I can do sitting back like this. So if I wanted to, we could be talking like this, and I could be like more of like the relaxed kind, like, hey, I'm sitting back here, and we would go back to the coffee thing. And I could do this, and I could have my coffee, and we could just be like, say, rapping, and I'm drinking my coffee, and we're talking about, whatever. Like 2020 is freaking crazy, right? Am I right? Jeez, people are losing their minds. This is what I have found out, that people have lost their minds during this whole thing, and it's understandable. I mean, everybody's like locked up. If you're gonna pick a lifetime to like live a life in, and hey, it's like there's a Chinese proverb or something like that, like I hope you live in interesting times. This is interesting. This is really freaking interesting. Yeah, can we get a little less interesting as far as like, global stuff? A little less interesting. Just a wee touch less interesting. So we can get back to like, just going to Starbucks and going to the beach. And what did you do this weekend? Well, I don't know. I put on my mask and walked to the store, and then I got some coffee. So yeah, these are crazy times, man. So, hey, I got an idea. Wear a mask wherever you go. Just do that. But eventually I'm gonna get a tripod for the camera, and one of those little clippy things that like clips the camera and holds it, and I can actually like, aim it and whatnot. So maybe I'll get like a microphone out here, but I think you can hear me. You can hear me, right? Just click like and say yes, I can hear you. And if I need a mic, do I need like one of those radio mics, like a radio, one of those like hey, this is Johnny Carson and we're doing a radio show, that kind of thing. This is gonna be like the base camp, the base camp of the set for whatever's gonna happen. So anyway, my friends, welcome to my first rambling, crazy intro to my channel. The first video pretty soon everybody's gonna be making movies again and figuring that out and all that kind of stuff. And I will be one of those people doing that again. Preacher 6 is in post-production. It's looking awesome. So yeah. So let's see you on the flip side, and have a great day, night, evening. 1 o'clock in the morning, you're up and you don't know what you're gonna do, so you watch some videos, and now you're watching this one, and you're like, what am I watching? Who is this guy? You know, that could be you right now. You know, this you could be in the morning. Good morning, coffee's amazing. Or you could be like, you know, you're just grabbing your first glass of wine, and then this is kind of interesting. But yeah, so we just don't know, because when is time? What is time anyway? You know. Anyway, so have a great night, day, morning, evening. And this is Kyle's Film Garage, and we will see you on the flip side. So see you next time. Have a great time.